Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Los Angeles Rams. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go, tonight. 180. Here we go again.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
From the 27, Goff. Going to throw right side here, complete. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Meanwhile, Goff to Gurley as he drops it off for his running back. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 37-yard line. Again, Goff. Throwing right, and that's complete. No gain there on the completion. Second and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. So back at the midfield stripe now, they'll come up second and long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. First down. So first and 10 now from the 30. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, it's Dixon. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd and 9 now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you.
Hey,
keep firing.
Lift.
After the interception, here's Gall. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he can't get away. Gurley couldn't escape it, and that's going to be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Come on, fellas.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
He's got a man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
King from the gun on 3rd down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. First catch for the NFL's leader in receiving yards at the midway point. It's a 1st down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now they try the right side here. And some room to work. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. This complete to Jones. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Value three.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Pushing his way through. And all the way down to the 37. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Goff now looking to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
It moves to 2nd and 10.
2 seconds to go, first quarter. Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, it's 9-0. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff. And he's got his man on the out route. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork, we saw a good job defensively to recover. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Super one.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Switch gears.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago. And another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right. We got three. We got three, fellas. We got three. Kill, kill, kill. Turn.
From the gun, King. Throw left side complete. It's Pearson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
First down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
King now to throw on 2nd down. Jones has it. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Hey, you got 3 down, 3 down.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's King to throw on 3rd down. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 40. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now a handoff looking right. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Set the tone, defense.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And the kick by Rosas is good. And the lead stretches to 9. It's now 12-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And he comes back with one complete. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Ric Flair. Safety screaming.
Third and 2. Gone. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down.
Results in a fourth down.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down.
It's going to be a long day. Quick dash.
The final shot before break here. Gone. A man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 34. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Second and 1. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
On third and short, it's Dixon. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
It's now fourth down.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it. Back to throw. King. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Super 1.
Gone. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. Goff now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now it's gone. And he rifles one incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 23.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
To throw is Goff, eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Goff. This is caught. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, first down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
All day, every day.
On the toss, it's Gurley. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it. It's Hill. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that'll move them back within 6 now. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
To throw is King. Off the play fake. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Looking to throw. King. And he's going to go down again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now King throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Goff. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on passing.
That's caught inside the 20. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. A shotgun snap for Goff. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. From the gun, here's Goff. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Value 1. 54.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a 1st at the Lions' 34. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Steps away to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
King looking to throw on second down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Well, pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They try right side here, Gurley. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Goff now to throw. He's letting it fly for Cook. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. King now, operating from the gun. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Back to throw. King. It's caught. Jones. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Here's King to throw on 2nd down. He's going to look deep down the... It's caught at the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Detroit. 42 yards. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they search for what could be a game seal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got...
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. This guy is in a zone. Remember, he had a sack hat trick last week. That got him NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Another one right here.
I love how you phrase that, in the zone, because I'm a firm believer that like a running back, like a quarterback.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Deshaun Hand in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
58's the money. 58.
Here we go on fourth. Goff. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 24. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
The quarterback on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Rams' 11-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw. Check 56. Hey, watch your leg.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Lions, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Rams, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.